Welcome to what is hopefully going to be my first ever equestrian vlog. I've been binge watching some equestrian channels. My favourites are Meg, Tina and Lucy from the VS squad. I've been binge watching them since Christmas and am addicted. It's a problem. Their videos are so good. I'll leave their links below if you want to go check them out after this video, but watching their videos has inspired me to start my own. Mainly I want to just capture the memories that I have with the horses and checking progress and everything like that, just so that you can look back on things and reminisce. Today's video is going to be a bit about me and the horses. I wasn't really sure what to do for my first vlog. I did think maybe doing an event vlog would be a bit easier, just so that I can gradually get into vlogging, but we're still in lockdown. We have been announced that the eventing is going to go ahead in April and we can go out training, so I'm so grateful that we can start doing that very soon. But for now, I just thought, so that when we go out and do those things, you guys know a bit more about what I've done, what the horses have done and where they're at in their training. So a bit about me to start off with is that I am 21. I've been riding since I was at 3-4, so almost 18 years now. I have competed up to intermediate level eventing, albeit I did fall off at each of my attempts. We'll go into that later. And I've trained with a few top riders, including Victoria Panasson, who I trained with when I was younger, and I've worked on quite a few top yards and professional livery yards. I have been eventing since 2014. I did a year of unaffiliated and then plucked up the courage to go out and do some BE events. I was inspired to do eventing from the London 2012 Olympics, actually, from watching at home. When I was 3, I went and did a cute little pony ride at a local trail, and it was on a really cute little black Shetland, and ever since then, I think I was on her for about 5 minutes. Ever since then, I sort of begged my mum to take me out and do some riding, so she eventually found a riding school for me to go to. I then went to a few riding schools up until I think I was about 8, when we managed to find a pony that we could loan. After that, I spent a few years riding my pony, getting better, and eventually went and did some pony club. That was really great fun, and I learned a lot from doing that, and I started having lessons with my trainer, my close friend Emily, and from there I really started to get more into competing and wanted to do some more. After watching the London 2012 Olympics, I found out about eventing. I didn't really ever know about eventing as a discipline. I sort of knew about hunter trials, but not eventing as a whole, and absolutely fell in love with it. After that, that was all I wanted to do, and I met Victoria at a pony club rally in the January of 2013, and she inspired me even further with her story up to getting to London. I then decided that I wanted to give it a go with my pony, but through the decision of my trainer and myself, we sort of decided that he wasn't brave enough to go around a cross-country course, and I wasn't knowledgeable enough to train him up to be a bit bolder. So eventually my mum and dad saved up enough to get a horse that we could go out an event on, and that was in the summer of 2013. I was really excited. We went and tried about 30 horses, I think it was, in the space of about 2 weeks. It was so many horses. We were out every day just trialling anything that was on a yard. And we finally, my dad actually found an advert on Horse Quest for a horse called Shenandoah Cody, and he was a 7-year-old 15-3 Connemara thoroughbred, and we went and trialled him, and he was the one that we wanted. So he was perfect, so talented, super bold, very, very sharp. I did actually fall off on my trial, and then after I fell off, the trainer that was running the yard sort of spent about an hour with me, just getting me to ride properly. I just didn't ride very well, and then we went round and jumped a course of the biggest sort of course I'd ever jumped. So I think Mum and Dad was a bit nervous, but Emily said she could teach me how to ride him, and so I really wanted him. I knew the talent that he had, and I knew that I could go out and do some good events on him, so we put in an offer and it was accepted. I'll take you over to him now. He's just here with me. It's Cody. So, Cody. This is Cody, known as Cody Cuddles, and I have some polos here, which are his favourite treat. If you give him a polo, he will be your best friend for life. So I always have lots of polos. Here you go. I won't stay here because he'll probably be very naughty. Thank you. He will be very naughty and nudge, nudge, nudge me. So as I was saying, he is the most cuddly horse. He loves affection and he loves his treats. As you can probably see, I absolutely adore him. Hey Ty, I adore you. He is the horse that has taken me from doing unaffiliateds. We did a few 90 and 100 unaffiliateds in our first year together, and then after that in 2015 we went and got out to our first B90, where we did a 34 double clear, I believe, which isn't too bad for Cody. He's not the best at dressage, gets a bit tense and stressed, just where he's very, very sharp. So yeah, he's not the best horse at dressage, but boy is he the best cross-country horse to learn on and take me up the levels. So we went and did a 90 at our first BE, and I then took him up to 100 just straight away because he'd already done quite a few 100s at unaffiliated level, going over similar track to the BE events when we went to places that they'd already run a BE the week before. And I knew that he was capable of doing it and ready, so we stepped him up to 100, and we did that all season and ended on a 100 plus at Dauncey, which was really exciting. The next season, 2016, we did a few 100s and then decided to step him up to novice, and I did a few novice under 18s at that point. The next season, 2017, we did a whole year of novice. I think we did do a 100 at the beginning just to get him started, and we just got him comfortable at that level and really, really experienced. The next year, in 2018, I decided that we wanted to step up to 2-star, so it would have been 1-star when I went, but 2-star now. And I did wait until the end of the year to step him up, purely because at this point Emily, the lady that's been training me for about 8 years at this point, she moved to Devon to go and live with her now husband, and I couldn't really find a trainer that I clicked with and someone to push me further and to say, you know, you are ready for this, take the plunge and do it. We managed to get a top 50%, which I was very pleased about, and that was in a section of about 110, so it was a very big section. And then the next year, 2019, it wasn't a very good year for me. I decided to step Cody up to intermediate. I did a 2-star at Rockingham, where he got in the top 50% again in the same size sort of section, and improved on his dressage, which I was really pleased about. And after that I decided, let's step him up to intermediate. He's ready, he's really experienced at novice, he's gone round clear in the 2-stars really easily, and he should be absolutely fine. I was in between jobs at this point, which meant money was very tight, and I decided that I just wanted to go out and compete and I could train myself. And I fell off in the show jumping at our first one. He jumped me off at a fence. I decided to take a pull and sort of take him very close, and he jumped me off. I then went to Wilton, got round the show jumping that time. However, I was first on course and there was a bit of an issue at the water. We were about 4 fences from the finish and we were inside the time. I pulled him up to a nice bouncy canter to jump down into the water over a little, it was just a tiny little log, and he just took an extra stride just to have a look at it and jumped quite big in. So as I was in the air, my thigh actually managed to unbuckle my stirrup, and as I went to sit up and sit back, my sort of foot fell through and I just sort of bounced off the side into the water. So that was really great. And the next time at Dauncey I fell off in the show jumping again. So yeah, so we didn't have a very good 2019, but I obviously have never done that before with any other horse, so I don't really know what to do, and I'm just sort of taking my way up and trying as best I can to get up through the levels. But yeah, so 2020 I decided not to event him, mainly because obviously we all know that we couldn't event through lockdown, and at the end of the season there was a few events on, but I just decided that there wasn't enough time to get our confidence back up, get out training, and to step him back up to intermediate. He's so experienced at novice now, he really doesn't need a season or half a season as it was at novice level. So I decided that someone else might need the space and not to take up an entry for someone that could actually really benefit from having that run, and it would just be selfish just to take him out. So we had a year off eventing and it's actually done him the world of good. He's really coming back into this year really feeling very good. His movement is so much better and he's being very well behaved, because normally to start off the season he is a very cheeky horse. I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but on the ground he is an absolute angel, but to ride he is super sharp and super sensitive. He gets very frustrated if he can't do something, which can be hard at times, you know, when you get frustrated at things and you make mistakes. So obviously that can be really difficult, especially in January, February time. But as I say, there's no horse I'd rather be on going around across country and going up the levels. He's been an absolute angel. So that is Cody Cuddles, and you'll get to see him out eventing hopefully soon. We are aiming for Bovington and going and doing the novice, but I don't know if we will get an entry in. It just depends. I will use a ballot sticker, a special ballot sticker, but I think everyone will be doing the same. So if we don't get in, then we'll try and get a sneaky entry in somewhere else if we can. Hopefully it's still in April, but I don't know. So fingers crossed that you guys will get to come and watch us go there. Now the next horse is actually my mum's horse, Miss Freya, or Freya, and she is the most gorgeous girly. She is a Selle Francais crossed with British Warm Blood and was bred to be a FEI pony but grew too big. So we found her about 3.5 years ago, and oh, she's leaving me, nice. We found her about 3.5 years ago for my mum when she was about 5. And she was just broken, and she is what you would call an independent woman. She is very sassy, very sure of herself, and doesn't blink an eye at anything. She is, sorry, the lighting is just a bit rubbish there. She is very sure of herself and very confident. She's 8 now and she's 15-1. She's out of a 15-1 advance mare, which is crazy, and by the amazing Catherine Goldstorm. So her show name is Goldstorm's Firefly, and hopefully she'll be out eventing for the very first time this year. We did a few unaffiliated competitions with her last year, and she's ready to step up to do some eventing at unaffiliated for a season. We've left her for quite a while because she She was a bit weaker when we first got her, and also she got cast in the stable unfortunately and managed to get a bit of an injury from that, so we've had to medicate it a few times just to build up the muscles surrounding that area, so that it's strong enough to do the work and to keep her moving correctly so that she doesn't have any other injuries. We've left her for a little while because of the injury that she had, and just to develop her a bit further so that she's strong enough to cope with eventing, and it's all fine. It's nothing that should be an issue, but we just want to make sure that we don't hinge her in the future by, you know, taking her up to doing it too quickly. So that she has a bit more longevity in her. And her aim is to try and go to do some 80, 90 and 100 champs. Obviously the 90 and 100 will be at Badminton Grassroots. Unfortunately, I don't think I am eligible to do it, so we're aiming to get mum out eventing on her and doing that. So it's really exciting. She's never ever done any event before. In her life she's done hunter trials and children with dressage, but never eventing, so that would be really exciting to get her out doing that. But I will be eventing Freya for a bit to get her to learn the ropes of things, so that then when mum gets on and does it, she doesn't have to worry too much about making any mistakes with Freya, so that and when Freya's confident enough, it'll mean that mum can be a bit more confident going out and eventing and going around the course. So yeah, so that will be really exciting. I think we probably won't do a BE on her this year, just sticking to unaffiliated for the whole season, and then next year she will probably step up to BE just like we did with Cody. So that will be very, very exciting, and you guys can follow along with her journey up to her first, you know, event and onwards. So I know that you guys on Instagram that already follow me said that you'd be really interested in watching Freya's journey up through the unaffiliated and doing her first sort of things. So hopefully we're aiming to get her out in May time-ish, maybe June. I want to get her out doing some combined training and also doing some more cross-country schooling. We did take her out cross-country schooling last year and she was amazing, very bold and very brave, so hopefully she should be a very good cross-country horse. So yes, watch out for those vlogs. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you did, and comment below if you've got any suggestions for further videos and things that you'd like to see with these guys. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your noties on as well, because I will be coming out with many more vlogs in the future, especially when we get out eventing. Hopefully we'll be doing one a week or one every other week. And if you want to see these guys every day or on a daily basis what they're up to, then don't forget to follow me on Instagram at MillieWebbEventing, and you'll be able to see what these guys get up to in the week. Thanks for watching and see you very soon.